Oh, great. Oh, great, it's another demented frog thing. Alright, so we got this guy again. Shoot him with an ice arrow, just to kind of heat the battle up. This guy's not really difficult, but you do want to be careful. He's going to go up like that. You want to watch for that. I always end up getting hit by it at least once. That little yucky booger thing he's in is going to drop from the ceiling, and you want to watch out for it. And when it goes up to the ceiling, you want to shoot it with an ice arrow. And then it's going to be frozen snot, and then you want to hit him with an ice arrow. Or you want to miss. There we go. And just rinse and repeat. I don't know if it gets like more difficult or anything. Alright, and then he's going to go back up. And let's rinse and repeat. Come to Papa. Right. Watch out for the bubbles of snot. Sorry, I don't mean to gross out my audience like that. Especially the female viewers. Like, ew. Don't talk about snot. It's like dinner with my little brother. Alright, and I think maybe one more hit should do it. Yeah, drop your big snot bubble on me. Alrighty. And it falls like the New Year's little glass ball bomb thing. There we go. And you're done. Oh! And you're a froggy. That's right. This guy transforms into our last frog of the Don Giro side quest. So, be sure to take care of him. It's not really one you want to go back and get again. So, with our Don Giro's mask, talk to the frog. Nothing new, nothing new. Yep, winter is gone. It's spring, go back to the mountain. So that takes care of all the Don Giro frogs. So, later on, we're going to have to go back to where the Don Giro choir is and talk to them, because we finally got the band back together. So that completes that little Don Giro side quest. And go in here, and something just fell. No. This gives us our boss key. Sorry for spoiling it, but come on. You know, the game obviously wants us to be spoiled, or else they wouldn't make it that same color every time. Alrighty. I'm gonna go in one other room, or something like that, and I think that I'm probably gonna stop recording for the time being. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Where do I need to go? Oh, yeah, I can leave. I'm going to try to find a good stopping place, 'cause I'm getting to the point where I need to stop recording, so let's go out here. And we're back in this main lobby type of area, so I'm going to surface here. Alrighty, I have returned. This is a brand new recording session. So you might have noticed like a little cut there or something along those lines. So I'm back, and in this session I'm going to try to at least get to the very end of the dungeon. Probably not going to fight the boss right now, but at least get towards the end. So what we actually need to do now is we need to go back to one of the first rooms of the dungeon, which was where we activated the first switch. I believe it was this way. Yes, this was the second room of the dungeon as a whole. Well, now that we've taken care of a few things, yeah, there we go. That little geyser is now activated. It wasn't before, but now we can access that switch over there. So, let's take care of that. Here's our hook shot here. Oh! It's interesting how this water is powerful enough to carry Link. Okay, so now we gotta pull this switch. And there's gonna be another one in this room we gotta pull as well. So, must not be all that tough of a switch if Link can pull it. Alright, so that did half of the work. Now let's dive down and take care of the rest of this, which is, oh, this one right here. We noticed this switch earlier, but if you would have pulled this earlier, it just wouldn't have really did much of anything. You would have only been able to do half the work. The other half involves pulling the red switch that I just pulled, so now when we activate both of those, that turns the little or the turbine thing, that turns it the other direction, and that's going to help the temple. The water in the temple go in a different way, so we can access other areas. Right here, this gives you access to that scutula right there, that giant scutula. So that's the proper way of getting that stray fairy. Earlier, when I first came here, I got that stray fairy by just shooting an arrow at that spider, and then using my stray fairy's mask. If you wanted to do it the proper way, you can access that area in the way I just showed. Ow, dude. Okay, so now we need to head back to... Oh, man, come on. There we go, finally. Alright, so now we have access to another area in the main part of the temple, and I'm going to head there right now. Let's dive down. There we go. And one of these rooms we wouldn't have been able to access originally, but we can now that we did everything I just did, so... that's something. I think it's... Problem is, I don't really remember which one it is. I think it's that one down there. That's where it is. Yeah. This little room right here. It's the red and the green. But it's the bottom one. The one that's closest to the bottom area. Because there's another room like that, but it's further to the top. We already went in that one. So now we have access to this room. Okay, a couple of things to do in here. My goal is to complete this dungeon by the final day, because there is... What is it again? Oh yeah, there's something that we need to do at the end of the final day. Oh wait, I don't need to do that yet. No, there's something we need to do at the end of the second day. I apologize. And we have to do it on the night of the second day. If we don't, then we won't be able to do it this cycle. So I'm aiming to try to get this done before we reach the final day, or else I won't be able to do that. So, but I think overall we should be okay. Alright, so if we shoot that with our ice arrow, that clogs up this turbine, and now we can walk on it safely. I don't know how safe this is, but we can walk on it nonetheless. So if we go kind of on the right here, let's hop up there and then kind of go on this part. Over here we have our next stray fairy. So kick it open. Just have to be not the most protective treasure chest if you can just kick them open like that. The whole point of a treasure chest seems to be to protect the treasure inside. Not much of a treasure chest if you can just kick it open so without very much effort. So alright, so now let's hop over to this area. Now if you're playing this for the first time, this might really drive you crazy. You look at the map. If you take a good look at the map, you'll notice that there's a treasure chest. You might think, well, where the heck is it? I'm standing right on it. You know, they kind of put it in a crazy spot, so you might tear your hair out with that one. That treasure chest is actually right over there. Yeah. You notice a torch. There's also a treasure chest on the left. You can shoot to that. And this is where the treasure chest is. So let's kick it open. And there we go. Stray fairy number 11. Now, that little elevator thing right there, if you can't reach this, which you might not be able to do, you might need to activate... come on now. You might need to activate that again using a fire arrow, which I'm going to do in a second actually, because it depends on when you froze that. Because you might have froze at a time when the the pillar I sat on wouldn't have been in the right area. So let's melt that, and then the elevators are going to be reactivated, and then we can get up to the top again. The game's kind of mean like that, but sometimes you gotta do that to get these stray fairies, so. Alright, so let's just rinse and repeat. Let's just do this all over again. You want to wait till you get kind of towards the top, because if you freeze it too early, you're not going to be able to reach the turbine. So. Alright, now let's just time our jumps carefully here. There we go. Yeah, I think I should be able to finish this before we reach the final day, so we're almost done. It's only one, not too much, in terms of challenges and such, we don't have much left, so. I got this room, these little teeter-totter things. This room's kind of interesting. Alright, first and foremost, we got a stray fairy we can grab right quick. Alright, what we need to do is we need to melt that chunk of ice right there. And the little teeter-totter's going to go the other way. Good teeter, but I'm not seeing much totter. Alright, then we can dive down here. This is kind of an easily missed area, because you wouldn't really think to go down here. But down here is a barrel, and inside is Diddy Kong! No, it's a stray fairy. Where's Diddy when you need him? Donkey Kong games in that sense are great, because the other Kong, you know, can basically be your shield. They sacrifice themselves so you don't die. It'd be cool if we had something like that. We had our own Diddy or Dixie or Kitty who could just take the damage for us. Okay, so now we need to use these teeter-totter things to get to the top of this area. And speaking of water, and being in the water-themed type of temple, I want to use this time to announce that I'm going to be putting a watermark on my videos now. I have a brand new website called darkmindedsith.com, and I want to take this time to promote that website. So I'm going to be putting a big watermark on my videos now in the bottom here. So I'm going to insert that watermark on my video right now. Okay, there's the watermark, so I hope that's not in the way too much. But that's going to be on the bottom of my videos now, because what you need to understand is I need to promote my website. So that's what's going to happen. So there. Anyway, now let's leap to this one. Then now let's melt that. And now we have access to this upper part. And we're going to pull this switch, and this is the last major switch. There's another switch, but this is the last one that's really going to change the temple. Don't climb on it, dude. And pull it. There we go. Yeah, this is the last switch that's going to actually change the paths that the water take, and the current and all that. I could have just said the current. The path that the water takes. You want to watch out for this guy, because he can knock you off the entire thing. So. There we go. Alright. This isn't mandatory, but we can grab a quick stray fairy by doing this, so. You can actually use Zora Link to climb up here. It's kind of a crazy little puzzle they added right there. And then fall down here. Be careful here, because if you fall down, then you gotta do all that teeter-totter stuff all over again. And then launch over to that treasure chest. Kick it open. There we go. That's number 13. 2 more. I love that little, like, sideways jump Link does in this game. It doesn't really seem to do anything, but it is just cool that they added that. Alright, now I think if we can't entirely, or I don't need to know the info, man. Thanks. I think if we freeze that again, I guess that might be how we do it. Alright. Yeah, because we got the stray fairy. Now we climb on this, and then melt it again. Yeah, equip it twice. Yeah, what the heck. Might as well. Dude. Get out of here, flubber. Alright, melt that, and then we go up on this part. this lets us access the upper area. Alright, and then we can head out. And then this is actually going to take us to this room. Notice that treasure chest is open. We've been in this room already. But we're just going to go in here and then leave again, so... Or we can just bang our head 20 times. Bang your head like Twisted Sister. No, that's Quiet Riot, dude. What the heck? I get them mixed up for some reason. Alright, now that we activated that green switch, there's a last room we can go in. Which is this one right here with the green pipe only. And this will be our last room before the temple's done. And our last two stray fairies are in here as well. First one's right there in a little bubble. I'm actually going to show you a sort of cheating way of getting this. What you do is you pop the bubble. Come on. You pop it. And right away, most people would go, okay, you just swim to the stray fairy. But that can be kind of tedious because if you try to swim to it, if you miss it, you have to go around and try it all over again. But what you can actually do is once you get on land here, you can actually activate your Stray Fairies mask. And voila, look at that. Yeah. So that just lures the Stray Fairy towards you, and that's just sort of a much easier way of getting it. There we go. So that's 14. And the last one is right over here, in this same room. So there's a bubble over there. Pop it. There's just something about popping bubbles. And that's Stray Fairy number 15. Take them to the Stray Fairy place. No, not yet. I mentioned earlier in this dungeon how we kind of don't lose things from our childhood. Things that we love. And one of those things is climbing. I think popping bubbles is another one. I don't know. Can't see anyone just not being interested in popping bubbles. You know, it's just so fun. Come on. How can you not enjoy that? Alright, if you pull this switch, all that does is activate a little geyser in here. And that gives us access to none other than the boss's door. And I'm going to stop recording here, and in my next recording session, the time has come, the walrus said. What? Alright, I'll see you then.